Hello, everybody. Sorry we had some technical difficulties getting started, so we're ready now. And this is Camilla, me. I'm Camilla Downs. I'm mom to Lillian Darnell. And we're going to get started right away because we are going to make this no longer than 18 minutes. So, ready, Lillian?
Yep.
Okay. How old are you?
I am 16.
16 years old. And what are some of your hobbies?
Meaning, taking pictures, reading, and in walking.
Okay.
That's my thing in there.
Reading, taking pictures, and walking. On your notes, let's see, what else did you have? Writing, drawing. Did you say painting?
No.
Okay, those were ones that Lillian answered these ahead of time in case we forgot something. So next is, do you have a job?
No. Yes, I do. Yeah. I am a volunteer. Looked at Southwest Mayday. This is a local Mayday. Moses Mayday. That is. And Camilla's listening here.
She volunteers at one of our local libraries, the South Valley's Library, every Wednesday for 2 hours, and I go with her, and as she gets used to doing what she does, I am pulling away more and more and letting her do it herself. So tell us some of the things that you do at the library.
I do shelving.
Shelving.
And pulling holds.
And pulling holds. Okay. And do you like doing that?
Yes. At first I had my notes on it pulling holds.
At first you had your doubts about it?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think you'll keep doing
it? Most likely.
Alrighty. And what has it been like being a part of the Chromosome 18 community?
It's been a life-changing experience for me.
A life-changing experience for you. And before we expand on that, I think we forgot to tell everybody which syndrome is associated with you, which one you have. Can you tell everybody
I
that?
have 18p minus.
You see Thomas photobombing in the back. You have 18p minus, and can you tell people what that means? Hi, Carol. Hi, Kim. Hey, Dave. Go ahead. Tell us what that means. Oh, tell us what 18p minus means.
18p minus means that your problem is shorter.
Okay, so what she's trying to say, I believe, is that the short arm of her chromosome number 18 is deleted. And I was going to also say, if you have any questions for Lillian, please enter them, and we will try and answer them. If we don't get to them during the live broadcast, we'll come back to them. Okay, so now you were going to tell us about how it's been a life-changing experience being a member of the Chromosome 18 Registry.
It's been, in name, it knows
Okay, so I think we'll look at your notes here. You say that it's been fantastic and great, and that you have met friends and it's helped inspire you to reach goals.
Yes. That's nice.
Okay.
Thanks so much.
And now, what has it been like living with your syndrome?
Sometimes it's been super hard. Like up until now.
Super hard sometimes? Okay.
And sometimes it's been nice.
Been great at other times. What is the hard part about it?
The hard part of it is that I have predominant emotions.
Okay. And so you have
You're thinking.
you have difficulties with your emotions sometimes in controlling your feelings. And how do you handle that when that happens?
Not then.
Not very good.
Generally, she first attacks me.
It's gotten better.
And then she gets louder, so I have to lock myself in the bedroom. And then Lillian
You
starts
have Thomas giving his input. So how do you handle it?
Sometimes I handle it like they are saying. Sometimes I don't understand. That they emotions that me only and stuff. And
Okay. So one of the things that you do is you will go outside to try and calm yourself. Okay.
And
to try and calm yourself. And oh yes, we're gonna get to the book. So how do I handle it when you have we call them meltdown? So how do you handle it? I mean me. Get it straight.
Most of the time you stay calm and you learn that it's not with it.
Most of the time I stay calm.
Sometimes you raise your voice.
But other times I do raise my voice, yes.
And I think you're very good at raising your voice.
She thinks I'm really good at raising my voice. Can you believe that? Okay, so now let's tell everybody about the one thing that you want to share with everybody. And I forgot to get one, so I'm going to excuse myself for a minute. You go ahead and tell
me. I have a mug called Let You Fly. Here's Camilla to show you.
Let's see if I can hold it up in between us.
Help you with it?
There we go. Here it comes. Okay. Where would you fly? There. There's the book. Here it is from this, and here's the back of it. I have a difficulty not covering up Lillian's face. So, anyway, this is her book, and it's called Where Would You Fly and Other Magical Stories. Can you tell people what is inside of the book, or what the content of the book is?
Stories that I know. Some of them kind of sold, and the other on my own. The stories from you 13 years old.
Right. So it's stories and poems and some songs and fairy tales that she's written from 4 years old to 15 years old, with the one she wrote at 4 years old and 5 years old with some help from me, but she pretty much took over after when she was 6 years old and writing the stories herself. And let's see, well, here's a question about the book. Why did you decide to do your own book?
As my saying to me, because not to like these toys and never
you wanted to see the stories put together in a book.
And stuff like.
Why do you write? How about that? That might be.
My name is because I sorry. I don't know.
You don't know how to answer it? Do you write because you like to do it?
Yes.
Okay. So how about answering this one? What happens for you when you sit down to write?
You influence in the hand. Sometimes I have to know I have to read that same thing off my homies and that.
It flows sometimes it flows through you like a river, the words do, but sometimes you have to be inspired by going for a walk in nature or doing some artwork. Okay. All right. So, and so for Lillian's book, if you go to wherewouldyoufly.com, which is the title of the book, Where Would You Fly? So wherewouldyoufly.com, you can read more about the book there and see some interviews that Lily and I have done together and the book trailer, and you can purchase the book there. But Lillian also has a website where she actively blogs. I'm keeping track of the time, that's why I keep looking away. So she has a website where she actively blogs, and that is just her name, LillianDarnell.com. So LillianDarnell.com.
Terrifying, isn't it?
And you can get to the book from her website too. So there's 2 ways you can get there. And so far the book has sold internationally. We've had 2 go to the Netherlands and 3 to different parts of Australia. And all over the United States. We're putting together a Google pin map so that we can visually see where it has gone.
We're ruining the map for the world, right?
Oh, I just realized I can see the time right there where it says live. I don't have to keep looking.
What about that?
That's what I just realized was there. Yay! Okay, so did we say everything we wanted to say about the book? We'll come back to it.
I think so.
Okay, I'm going to just see if we have some questions on here. Let's see. Hi, Karen Cox and Rachel Rosalind Carter from Wales.
Rachel, I forgot the rest of your name.
And who else do we have here? Where it's scrolling up, so I can't get to everybody. Hi, Bailey Joe.
Hi, Bailey Joe.
And thank you so much for purchasing Lillian's book, and we're glad that you like it. Yay. Oh, so if anybody has any more questions about the book or Lillian's experiences with Chromosome 18 Registry, there's Macy.
There goes a single
Chromosome 18 Registry, or having a 18P minus, please let us know. And we'll just go to another question. We'll try and watch and monitor here for other questions. But again, we'll come back to it when we're done, if we don't get to them.
I'm the one everybody actually came here for. There's no
Okay,
arguing
so have you made any friends since becoming a part of the Chromosome 18
No,
community?
what makes you think that?
Many friends.
I'm just honestly answering.
I said many friends.
You've made many friends?
Yes.
Okay, and over the years. Now, do you stay in touch with your friends throughout the year? You've met them, mostly you've met them all at the conferences, but there's some that you haven't met that are overseas, right?
Yes.
But do you stay in touch with them?
Most of them. No things, no.
How do you stay in touch with your friends?
Sometimes by text.
By text?
And by Facebook.
And through Facebook?
And Instagram. Sometimes.
What was that last one?
Instagram.
Instagram? Okay. So, as you can tell, Lillian has difficulties articulating her words. So, they work talking on the phone or through any other means of just talking to one another wouldn't work out very well. So they use texting and Facebook Messenger, and she has a little private group set up with some of them, and they just get in their little group and talk amongst one another. So, oh yes, and you can understand quite a bit of what she says. I probably over-translate, mom thing. So, all right. And let's see, somebody asked if we're bringing the book to the conference. If we come to the conference, we will bring it. As many of you know, we've had difficulty the past few years getting to the conference. It's very expensive, and
but we will still
I'm just tired from working so hard to raise the money to get there every year. And it was the biggest struggle yet last year to get there. So we really hope and truly hope we're going to have faith. Let's not just have hope. We're going to have faith that we will be there. And we will have books too when we get there.
If they allow the books through security.
So now let's see if we have any other questions here. How do you feel about being a published author?
At first, I thought so normal. But then I have seen that it is not normal, and it sounds fantastic now.
It felt normal at first, is that what you
Yes.
said? And it feels fantastic now. Yay! Okay, so let's see. We're doing good. Have you ever been to the research center in San Antonio?
No, I have not.
No, we've never been there. Now, we've been to the conference in San Antonio twice? Yes,
Yes,
twice,
maybe.
but it just hasn't worked out to visit the research center. Okay, I'm just scanning to see if we have any other questions. Some of them may have gone up on the screen, but we'll come back to it again. Do you know how many Chromosome 18 events have you been to?
That's the annual conference.
You've been to the annual conference in the United States. And
Yeah.
how many of those have you been to, or how long have you been going?
I can't count.
Okay, I'll refer to your notes from when you answered it. The first one you went to was in 2009 in Las Vegas. That was my first one too. Since we live in Reno, that was our first one. We could drive to that one. It's a bit of a drive. It's 8 hours. A lot of people think Las Vegas and Reno are closer, but they're actually 8 hours apart. And then after that, she missed the 2010, but I went to the 2010. And then she's been 2011 through 2017. So, do you like going to the conference, and why do you like going to the conference?
I like going to the conference many times. I think that's the audience. And the reason that I like to is because I like to meet new friends. I hang out with some of my old friends.
Get to meet new friends, hang out with old friends.
And I meet in friends sometimes.
Yes.
And in friends.
Yes, one of your big accomplishments right before the I think it was 2 conferences ago was that you conquered your fear of stairs right before the conference, so she could go use those big huge stairs outside of the Marriott there at the Riverwalk in San Antonio. So we have a cool picture of her using those stairs.
And that made it easier. Many other than those taking
a long time, right? Okay, we have a question. Let's see. Are people at school familiar with 18P minus, and do they understand? Lillian is homeschooled. I actually do what's called unschooling. She did go to regular school through the 4th grade, and then she was homeschooled for a year, and then went for a couple more years. We're going to end it here in about 30 seconds. So we'll continue answering. So anyway, they did know, because when she was in school, I went in every year around her birthday and I did a presentation for the students, and it was wonderful. The students loved it, and they had great questions, and it helped them to not come to conclusions on their own and be able to ask questions. So anyway, and if anybody wants to see us do further live, we do live videos on my Facebook personal profile, and it's open to the public, so you can find me. It's Camilla Downs, CAMILLA DOWNS. So we're going to say bye now. We're going to say bye now because we've gone over. Sorry.